So now, let me see if I can remember I left off at the part where she texted me back telling me that the service was 7, that she was going to have a shut-in on the 4th of September, and that she was having, she was having she was going to have a revival later, right? So here's the thing. She didn't answer the question, right? The question was, could I run a revival for 3 nights? I mean, 2 Fridays that's left in this month. A week up. A week leading into the back to church Sunday. So actually, in my eyes, I don't see nothing wrong with the week. Maybe the 2 Fridays, maybe that was the issue. But the week probably was an issue too, because she think ain't nobody coming out for no week. But here's my thing. It went all in the left field, and things were said, and misunderstood and all this stuff, right? So I was talking to somebody about it, and she had texted me stating that we'll talk about it tomorrow, which is today. And I wrote yes, because I was talking about the ushers. She had sat 2 of the people that I had standing up to do the sanitizing, give out the bags. She had sat them down. She was saying that the usher could do it. Now here's my thing. This is my thing, and I guess I'm wrong for thinking it, because it's always an issue with my thoughts. So I done decided I'm not saying nothing. When it comes down to my services, I'll just go ahead and do what I'm going to do. If I'm going to have a speaker, I mean, there's really nothing to do. You see what I'm saying? I'm just going to sit back and not do nothing. When the Lord tell me to do something, I'll present it. The Lord don't tell me to do something, I'll not do it. This in my spirit, I just got to leave it be. I got to let God deal with the people. Because when God put things in my spirit, it turns out to be that they feel that it's not. It's on an express. Sure is. You pick a fine time to run express. He's running local all the way from Manhattan. But anyway. So I'm not really going to say nothing. I don't know how I'm going to deal with that. Since we got this pandemic, they always talking about 6 feet and all this other stuff. We ain't having no more morning service, no more Zoom services, no nothing. I'm just gonna let them go on out there and do it. I'm gonna back up. You see what I'm saying? Because, people say, well, go ahead. The Lord tell you to do something, you go ahead. Don't let nobody stop you. That's true. The concept of it is true, right? But here's the thing. You can't fight religion. Not Paul. What's his name? David could not fight with Saul. And David didn't try. You know what David did? David ran. Because Saul was trying to kill him. David was killing a lot of people. David had a lot of knowledge, even though he was just a shepherd boy. And it intimidated Saul. And Saul kept at him. Every time he turned around, Saul was at him. He had to run from Saul. He had to run from Absalom. He had to run from his kids. His kids were trying to kill him. But God took care of all of them while Saul was out there. While David was out there running. God took. So that's what I'm doing. Lord, I just got to run. See what I'm saying? I just got to run from these people. Not run from God. Not run from my Holy Ghost. Not run from the fact that I'm saved. I just got to run from them. And my way of running from them is not even saying nothing. Because, and people say, oh, you got this in you. You angry because of the things that they did in your past. No, I'm angry because they're liars. I'm angry because they're professing salvation and they're not living it. I'm angry because they wanna talk about God and they wanna talk about love and they wanna say all this yang things, but their lives are so different. How they treat me is so different. I can see if I was treating them bad. I can see if I was disrespecting them. I can see if they was telling me to do things and I wasn't doing it. Here I am coming up, if they want to say it's me, here I am coming up with ideas, right? That will what? Prosper the church, that will help the church, that will cause the church to move forward or something. And they wait to the last minute or next to the last minute to start talking yang in people's ear, and then people start backing up. People don't want to do nothing, but yet still you want to talk about a shut-in. You want to talk about, oh, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. God wants these things done now. It's like if you had a job and your boss come and say, listen, I need you. Wait, let me talk about myself. Just like when I was at a job and I had to make copies and I was a QCer and I was a manager, floor manager. When it came time, when they walked in, when my bosses walked in and say, okay, we got to, oh wow, I should have got up. But anyway, I'll ride that. I thought they was just at Utica. Okay, but anyway. We gotta do these copies. We gotta have these copies done in 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. We had to stop the job that we were doing. I had to stop the job that we were doing. He would pick me and say, you the QCer, and he would go around and pick all the other people that was working, that was going to work on the job. So now I'm no longer doing the job that I was just doing. Now my focus is on that job that he gave to me. So I got to go around to everybody, and I have to get that done, make sure everything is done. So my whole point, I'm saying that to say this, that when God says to do something, you got to stop what you doing. You don't do it based on your accommodations. You don't do it based on your feelings. You don't do it based on, oh, you know what? Not even in your judgment, you're not supposed to do that. You know, so I was trying to tell a person that people just don't understand my passion for Christ. You know, and I don't see nobody else with that passion in my church. Maybe there's other churches that have people like this. I said, and then I stand strong on it because Peter, James, and John, especially John was very feisty. He was the one that cut the ear off the soldier. And Jesus had to tell him, put up your sword. Peter was the one that stood up when they was talking about that the people was drunk. Ain't nobody else said nothing. They know they wasn't drinking nothing. But they just sat right there and let people accuse him. Peter stood up for Christ. These men is not drunken as you suppose. Then, when Jesus asked everybody, who do you say that I am? Everybody was saying this, and some say you're a liar, some say you're this. He said, but who do you say that I am? And Peter stood up and said, thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God. And Jesus spoke to him and said, flesh and blood didn't reveal that to you. So even back then, the Holy Ghost was working powerful, speaking through the disciples. So now, because of how I am, because you ain't like that, people try to tame you. People try to make you be like them. Oh, we ain't gonna say nothing. We're talking about the tone of voice. I said, well, people got a tone of voice. They don't want to hear what they saying. And the person was saying, yeah, so there, you said it. So you can have a tone of voice and people don't want to hear what you got to say. I said, but yeah. But then there's a person. That person that sings out of tone. That musician or that teacher don't give up on that person. He can't say, oh my God, you got to leave my class because you don't sound right. I don't want to be bothered with you. Your tone ain't right. No, he got to work with that person. Now the tone is off. The tone is off, right? So now that the tone is off, he got to teach the person how to get the right tone so that he sings in a melody. Now here's the catch. Everybody may not like his way of singing. Everybody may not like how he sings. But his tone of voice is good. It ain't got nothing to do with his tone. It got to do with the individual that don't like the song. I don't like him because he's a good singer. I just don't want to hear him. So now, I'm saying that to say this. They try to say, the person was trying to say, oh, because your tone is the way it is, people don't want to hear what you got to say. Really? So I asked him, I said, have you ever heard me with this the way I talk with you? Have you ever heard me talk that way with Bishop and Pastor? No, well then. So tell me what the problem is. Because I say or ask, can I have a revival? Because I say that the Lord said, go back to church Sunday. Because I say this is what the Lord say. Because I go on and sing and don't worry about nobody. Because I go on and testify and don't worry about nobody. Because I go on and don't affiliate with y'all because of your foolishness. Oh, I got to be in the room. So you know what? Today is Sunday, August the 14th, right? I am going, oh my stop is here. I am going to be silent to the lambs. So glad we ain't got to sit together. I'm going to be silent to the lambs. I ain't got nothing to say. Even if Pastor Goga said we're supposed to be talking today, I'm going to let her say all she going to say. Whatever she want to say, she could say it. I'm just going to stand there and listen and say, all right. They'll go, okay. No, I ain't got nothing to say. Nope, I ain't going to say nothing like, oh no, I ain't got nothing to say because, y'all going to do what y'all want to do or whatever. Nope, I ain't going to say nothing. I'm going to be agreeable in a disagreement. No, let me say that. I'm going to be agreeable in a disagreeable situation. So even though I disagree with her, I'm going to be agreeable. So I ain't saying nothing. Whatever it is you want to do, this is your church. It ain't God's church. Nobody don't want to do nothing. The people that should be doing stuff ain't doing nothing. When I come up with things to do, they don't even want to help me out. And I even said that to her. I said people backed out. Nobody wanted to help. Oh, my train here. Talk to you later when I get off the train.